Hello, Maggot Irish Football Fan TV. This is the after-match reaction. Republic of Ireland 4, Qatar 0, the Aviva Stadium. I'm joined by Gary Spain. We're sitting here. It's the second time we're doing this because the mics cut out. But anyway, we're doing this again. But we're sitting here for the second time talking about a victory in a couple of days. Well, obviously we weren't sitting here, but you know what I mean. This is the first time we're back at the Aviva together. It was great attendance, 25,700 sell out. 4 goals, 7 goals in 2 games, 0 conceded. Talk to me.
Well, what can I say? I'm absolutely buzzing. I'm loving the atmosphere. It was absolutely brilliant. And I mean, it's a sellout crowd against Qatar. What kind of a message does that give to the FAI for support to Stephen Kenny? Because I mean, this is. I'm in shock actually at the crowd. I didn't think we'd have half that here. And it's brilliant. I'm buzzing, and it was a fantastic atmosphere. And every man, woman, and child here tonight was behind Stephen Kenny. You could hear that, and behind the team. And what a performance! It was just right from the off. We really went at them with some absolutely brilliant, controlled aggression, real Irish football, but with great passing as well. And 2-0 up in the first, 11 minutes, and fully deserved. What an intensity we started off with. Callum Robinson, 3 minutes in, took the pass from Conor Hourihane and went on a bit of a run and slipped the ball into the bottom corner. We just kept going at them. Jamie McGrath, what a game he had. He was pulled down for the penalty.
Made it himself though as well.
Yeah, and Callum sent the keeper the wrong way. We're 2-0 up in 11 minutes, and I think we eased off a little bit. You couldn't have kept going at that level at that point, but we did ease off to an extent. We were still in control of the game, and talk to me about the first half. You got to
Well, I think we've completely shell-shocked them. You know, I think we've been guilty of starting games too slow in the past. I know we've taken the lead in the last number of games that we've been in, and we've been crying out for goals. That was the big thing under Stephen Kenny's reign, is that we didn't score goals. Then it was we didn't win games. But slowly but surely he's managed to get the team scoring goals. And then now he's starting to win games. And look, you can only beat what's in front of you. And we've been crying out for a victory. We've been crying out for fans to be let in. I think the fans witnessed what a Stephen Kenny team can do and produce, and they did it tonight. And I think it showed all over the pitch, and with the goals as well. I mean, we had Callum Robinson get a hat-trick. We had Shane Duffy get his goal as well. But he played his part in Robinson's last goal as well, because he was the one that kind of started the attack there, and then it finished with a great ball by Jeff Hendrick, and then Robinson, brilliant finish again. Chiadozi Bogdene hits the crossbar with a header as well. So it wasn't just a case of we got 4 chances, 4 goals type thing. We were creating chances, some came off, some didn't, and in other games luck hasn't gone against us, but Stephen Kenny's starting to get a bit of luck in terms of chances, because I think the one by Robinson I actually missed because I ran to the toilet. Typical. But I missed it, and I saw it on the replay. It looked like it was deflected a little bit. Taking nothing away from the goal, the build-up play was exceptional, and it's great to see players back in the team. Again, the Stevens, you mentioned Jamie McGrath, he's keeping other players out of the team like Alan Brown and stuff like that, who probably were at the start of Stephen Kenny's reign. So there's been lots of positives. There's still players that need to come back into that team that will find it hard to come back into the team. I thought Kelleher done himself no harm. He didn't have a whole lot to do, but he was good. He was just, well,
he did everything he had to do.
Exactly.
I mean, the one thing that stood out was he came really confidently and claimed the corner. But I mean, I don't really remember too many saves he had to make. But obviously, he did nothing wrong.
Yeah, but it shows how comfortable we were. He's able to bring on Nathan Collins for his debut. He's able to bring on Troy, and then he was able to bring on other players. Cyrus Christie came off, and Matt Doherty. So we never really, I know they had a couple of chances in the second half, but they never looked as dangerous as as they felt that they were really going to harm us. I felt going in at 2-0, I thought we could add to our lead. We did add to our lead. Shane Duffy was outstanding again, and I can't emphasise how happy I am again to see him back playing so well for Ireland. And another side note as well, the kit looked absolutely beautiful on the lads today. I know it's a one-off, but it was a real historic night, and it was great to get the win.
And Shane Duffy, our captain as well for the night, and he led by example. And I'm just going to mention it again because I did mention it on Saturday. The clean sheet, I'm sure that's going to please Stephen as well. Okay, we got 4 goals and it did not flatter us. I mean, I did say on Saturday maybe 3-0 did flatter us a little. Azerbaijan probably were a bit better than the scoreline suggests. we deserved that 4-0 win tonight. And remember, Qatar are the Asian champions. They were the semi-finalists in the CONCACAF Gold Cup up against the United States and Mexico, and I think they only lost 1-0 in the semi-final as well. And I mean, they were getting past the likes of Costa Rica, etc. So they're no mugs, they're not a bad side. This is not the Oman we were putting four past a few years ago. And I also want to mention the crowd as well, because I'm absolutely buzzing about this, and what an atmosphere it was tonight. I mean, the government said half capacity. I thought, well, that's not going to make any difference. It actually did. We sold out, and we sold out half the Aviva, and I'm sure everyone that was here absolutely is buzzing, like me, going home. And everyone here is going to want to come back next month for Portugal. I just hope. Restrictions are meant to be lifted next week, and I just hope it's a full house here next month for Portugal. And even with a full house, tickets are going to be very difficult to get.
Well, I'm not sure if I know we mentioned it in the last video. I'm not sure if we cut off it, so I'm not sure if we mentioned it in this video. But you know, people have been calling for Stephen Kenny's head for so long, and you could probably say in some cases they had an argument. I'm not saying that, you know, he's immune to criticism or anything like that. I wouldn't fault any of the two games, but how key was it for him to get the two results? You know, you mentioned the attendance tonight to show, look, we are behind him, majority of fans. But do you think now we've, you know, slowly turned a little bit of a corner?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've had two really impressive performances this window. And I don't think there is going to be a Stephen Kenny out discussion in the next few weeks. No, maybe things could go dramatically wrong. And I mean, but I don't think, and that doesn't mean we've got to go out and beat Portugal next month. I mean, that's another level. I think they were 5 up on Luxembourg the last I checked. Portugal next month is going to be a massive challenge. And frankly, losing to Portugal would be no disgrace. I don't think that's going to impact on Stephen Kenny's job, and it shouldn't, right? Because if Pep Guardiola, Jurgen Klopp and Jose Mourinho came in to manage the team jointly, I think we'd struggle to get a result against Portugal, frankly. I know we came very, very close and far out, don't remind me, but it's going to be a massive ask. They need to win to stay top of the group, or to stay ahead of Serbia going into the last game when they meet in Portugal to decide who goes through automatically. So they're going to be coming here gung-ho needing a win. So that's going to be a very difficult match, but I would like to see a performance against Portugal. Definitely like to see a full house.
Like the one in Faro.
Yeah, and I think Stephen Kenny has probably bought the time at least till the Four Nations League games in June. His contract runs till the end of June, and I don't think the FAI can. I don't think they're going to do it, because I mean, there had been talk a few weeks ago that there were, I think maybe it was media talk looking at Stephen Kenny out. I don't think, frankly, I don't think it's going to be on the agenda anymore. I think these performances has earned him the right at least to go till June. With Four Nations League games next June, his contract runs till the end of June. I had said maybe a few weeks ago that there might be a decision to be made at the end of November. I think now it's at least the end of June that decision is made, or if it's made before that, it's a contract extension in my book.
I think the only thing stopping it happening is a two disgraceful results that kind of knock this international window out of the park, but I don't see that happening, and hopefully, you know, we can keep the bones of the squad that are in this window into the next window, because that's the key really, is the continuity. We haven't had the likes of Robinson available due to COVID, and we know about all of that crap, you know, and everybody has a say on it. Look, I think the players have used the stuff against Callum Robinson during the week as ammo to say, right, let's go out and let's show what we can do, and they've done it. And hats off to every single player that played in those games, because they all gave 100%. And you know, there's still players to come into that side like Seamus Coleman, James McLean out there warming up, didn't get a minute there tonight.
Darragh O'Shea to come back from injury.
Yeah. Even Mark Travers didn't get a run, and he's been doing so well as well. So look, I think it's been a while since we've been kind of coming away from an Ireland game full of confidence. You know, 4-0. How many times have we struggled to get a goal? Never mind 4-0, 3-0 against Azerbaijan. Look, the naysayers would say it's only Azerbaijan, it's only Qatar, but you can only beat what's in front of you, and we've been doing after-match reactions for the last 3 years nearly, and I don't remember too many victories in that time where we can stand there and sit there and be happy and positive about we're playing good football. introducing young players. They're growing in confidence every single game they play for this country. He's bringing in, I suppose, diverse players as well, like Ogbene and stuff like that. They're putting in performances. Players came off the pitch today getting standing ovations. The players and the fans have a unique bond. You can see that today. The bond was back. The love for the players.
They were back, and the love for the team, because I go back to this attendance because it is shocking me, because they've gone through, look at the last 10 or 15 years. I remember we came back from Poland, we played Norway here, and the attendance was awful. And Michel Platini was out on the pitch presenting the Irish fans with an award for their efforts in Poland, and there was nobody here. Was looking around me. There were people behind having a drink, but the place was empty. We had tiny attendances for games like Oman here and everything, and this attendance was really impressive, and the FAI have got to be delighted with it, not just from a financial point of view, but getting the buzz back around the national team. I really felt it was back tonight for the first time in a long time. There was a real buzz in the atmosphere. Fans were definitely behind the team, and look, the team performed. Boy, did they perform for the fans. And look, the only people not going home happy tonight are the away support. And in fairness to them, there was quite a sizable Qatar fans here, and they sang as well, and they were actually brilliant fans as well. And they can't have been happy with their team's performance, but I'm sure their team were happy with their fans as well. So hats off to the visiting fans as well. But what a night.
Yeah, I think what I would say is that I think a lot of Irish players, or Irish fans, are starting to see younger players coming through, and they're starting to say, do you know what, we need to go and give these young lads the support they deserve, and go and see them, because they see players like Gavin Bazunu pulling out unbelievable performances like the Serbia game, and they're probably thinking, I want to go and watch him. Or there's probably kids at home watching on TV saying, you know, and COVID as well will play a factor, that so many people want live events, so many people want to be here. So hopefully that continues into the next international window, and hopefully we can continue our form and morale, because the players seem to be loving it at the minute, and let's keep it that way. Everyone seems to be behind Stephen Kenny. I did the interview with Matt Doherty. He said everybody was 100% behind him, so it seems to be starting to show. And they had a bit more time, I think, in this camp to actually kind of bed in and stuff like that as well, where he might have got a bit more time on the training pitch with them and stuff like that. So look, let us know your thoughts on the victory. Are you buzzing tonight? Are you a Kenny out person? Are you not happy tonight? Because I know there was a few in the comments, and they're probably going to come from my head now. But anyway, let us know your thoughts in the comments. We are buzzing, we are here. Check out our other videos. Gary's going to do his 3 talking points, I'm going to do my player ratings, and yeah, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll speak to you all soon. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.